Yo, what's up, guys? What's up? How is everyone doing? Welcome to my second show, and I've got a new toy. It's the light. Yeah, so just bought a new light to play around. So the future asking Sean will be uh more exciting because all this while I've been limited by the daylight. So I really need to be very close to the window to able to do a recording. If not, my face will look like I'm a zombie lah. But now, I have this new light and it's awesome. Yep. So how are you guys? Okay. What's up, Vinesh? What's up, Chin Yi? What's up, Lee Chen Huan? Oh yeah, I just saw your emails, reels as well. Thank you very much for your comments. I was just replying all of your comments before we actually come up this lah. Okay, so for anyone who has quick questions, right, let's just do this organic style because as you guys know, I don't prepare anything, so it's somewhat like a rapid fire kind of thing. You guys just shoot and I'll just answer. Okay. Okay, Jason Productions asks, what is your view on Rumah WIP rental returns in Taman Desa? Generally, Rumah WIP, right, it's very, very healthy in terms of rental returns because the price that you go in is already very, very low. It's an affordable product lah. And that has been the struggle though, because it's a affordable product that is supposed to be a welfare, help people afford property kind of product, right? But then a lot of investor actually buys it and actually rent it out lah. But the setback for Rumah WIP, right, it's the 5 years that you need to hold. I think it's 5 or 10 years. You better check because Prima is 5 years. Rumah WIP, I think it's 10 years. You need to hold. You cannot sell the property for 10 years. So if it's okay for you, then it's fine, right? And then they don't have swimming pool and the facility deck. It's because you gotta understand it's an affordable product. So it's not like other commercial products that we go and visit all this while. Okay. Wong Chi Man, notice that the makeover guys focus more on people looking for rental. What about those who are keen for own stay? Great question, Chi Man. I think if you go to our Facebook page right now, we have launched this new product called Easy Home. So Easy Home, we purposely set up another different team, right, just to manage because the process of doing your home and versus doing your investment house, right, is very, very different because your mindset when you talk about investment, right, generally people don't really care about the outcome. So what defines a good product, right? Generally, it's a product that will bring in rental, right? So if you are doing it for your home, then your process, right, you are more emotionally invested. You would want to have more say. That's why it's actually more work for our consultants. So we purposely set up a new team. Go check it out in our Facebook page. It's called Easy Home. EASYHOME, and we literally launched like a week ago only. Yeah, go check it out. And maybe you just use the Sean Tan Makeover. Try Sean Tan Makeover to because we have not discussed this. I think for if you're doing for makeover guys, right, there's a 500 ringgit because it's my referral fee lah. So if I refer anyone to the company, then I get a referral fee. But might as well, like you guys are my audience, right? Might as well you guys just enjoy that discount as well, right? So maybe you want to try when you inquire Easy Home, just say that hashtag Sean Tan Makeover, or you just tell them it's from my channel, and then maybe they can do something about it. Okay, no promises yet because it's a very, very new product, but good question. Okay, hi Johnson, hi Lee Chen Huan. Yeah, so it's about your unit in Bangsa South, right? Yeah. I'm still getting I'm very backlag into all my emails, but I'm working my best. Okay. Peter Go asks, what must we know before purchasing a property in a brand new township? How to spot and identify a successful township? Peter, there is a few formulas. If you look into Subang Jaya, generally it's the housing development comes in first before the commercial, then only you have the malls, you have the hotels, you have the big complexes. But if you look into let's say like based on my experience in Sarawak Iskandar, there's always a debate whether do you want to have a commercial property first, because like if a resident go in, right, let's say I want to look for a place to send my kids for food or tuition or any commercial needs, right, where they go. But then if I were to build houses, right, then I ask the business people to come in, they open shop, also nobody come and visit. So who is going to come to my shop and buy stuff and consume, right? So generally it's very difficult, and there's no right formula just yet lah. So it really based on the capabilities of the developer actually. If you look into Gamuda Cove, basically it's a residential plot of land next to a highway. That's about it. But if you look into Gamuda Cove, they built a new highway altogether before anything else. So it's really infrastructure first. Then if you look into Banda Elmina, because it's close to Subang Bestari, so there's some factories and commercial lots first, but then the residential is doing very well. And every time I visit there, right, there's no place to eat breakfast. I need to actually drive very far. Maybe I stop by a McDonald's in the previous township to just grab a bite before I go to Elmina. So all these township stories, right, are actually based on the precedent of the one in Klang, which is Setia Eco Alam. What is it called? Setia Eco Park. Yes, Setia Eco Park. So that was one of the SP Setia's project in KL. So they started off in Bukit Indah. So when they moved into Klang and they turned, the first time I think the whole industry actually see a development that is so focused on living, so focused on landscape and branding. So I think it took the whole property investment world by storm, and they did really well until PNB bought over. And now the long story short, now we also have EcoWorld. Yeah, so using the same things. So I would say because those days township, right? Basically, if you look into Desa Park City again, basically it started off with a lake and a commercial center in the center, right? Then generally every weekend is a hot spot because everyone brings their very expensive dogs there. So that's how it works. But if you explain in a more detailed manner, right, actually it's a pretty sucky location. If you look into location only, like it's next to Kepong lah, it's in between the highway lah, the NKVE lah. That is really located in a valley lah. It has a lot of reasons not to work on. But sometimes, yeah, that's why until now there's no proper formula just yet. But generally, if you see the few things that are like, that's why I basically divide into a few. Number one is the population. Like sometimes when the township is too new, right? Not good also, meaning like because the developer has, let's say for example, 500 or 5,000 acres, right? Then when they build and something like COVID happened, right? They will stop everything else and there's no one else to build, right? So in comparison to that, will be Kota Komning, where you have 5 different developers developing one address. So the risk is actually spread out. Okay, so population, then you have infrastructures, highways, you have schools, public schools, then you have hospitals, then you have commercial areas, commercial centers. It's best if you have a mall, right? It's best because that attracts people to go to your place. Yeah, so that's the general rule of thumb. Then we also talk about society, like the surrounding, right? What's the income level? It means, let's say if it's located, why Setia Alam works because it's above Klang and next to Shah Alam, right? So all the rich people in Klang all move to Setia Alam. Then that's why you also have Bukit Tinggi on the other side. So in Klang, right, you have two very extreme parts, which is Bukit Tinggi and Setia Alam, right? So generally that's about it lah. Okay, that's why you also have pretty bad townships as well. If you look into Ara Damansara, okay, the problem with Ara Damansara is it was next to Subang Airport and the restrictions on building height. So the restriction on building height actually restricted a lot of high rises. That's why it doesn't make sense to construct, and it was not a very good location until they move all the international flights over to KLIA. That's when Ara Damansara actually boom, right? So I hope I answer your question. So generally, in conclusion, there's no one formula, right? but I would actually look into the player now. So after I visited so many, right, I'm actually looking who is building the township. Like if you look into Sunway, they have done previous townships before. If you look at Sam Darby, they've done before. Eco World again and again and again and again. So they actually know how to play the game already, right? If it's a new person or a new company that starts to build, then I'm very scared lah. Okay, Tan Jin Yi, what are the anticipated risks in buying a condo on top of a shopping mall? Can you elaborate further on the pros and cons that will be directly affecting futures of the value? Let me have some examples lah. Okay, so there's a few. Let's take three into consideration. Okay, number one, it's a not so good one, which is Glow Damansara. If you look into Glow Damansara, which is right opposite Damansara Uptown, right? Generally now the mall is dead. Basically, if you give people the space for free, right, people also don't want. And it's next to LRT stations, and it's next to the HQ of Glomac actually. It still sucks. So that's why nobody wants to go there. And that really affects the experience of people going up to the residence lah. So no matter how great or how convenient the location of the residential component is, you will still need to walk past the commercial lots, which is not a very good experience. Empty one ma. Then when it's empty, right, then you attract a lot of social issues. Number two, if you are staying above a very, very successful mall, for example, Mid Valley. If you stay upstairs of Gardens or Mid Valley, right, forever will be jammed lah. And as I always say, if you look into those mixed development, I always emphasize a lot. The entrance for your mall and the entrance for your condos must be separated. Previously, they don't know how to do ma. So if you look into Sunway Pyramid, right? Sunway Pyramid, you have the Sunway Hotel. Above Sunway Hotel, actually, there are residents, you know. A lot of people didn't know this, but there are residents that's actually open for sale because last time 30 over years ago lah. So now the residents are actually suffering because every time they want to go into their car park, right, they need to share the same access with the mall, and the mall is doing excellent, ma, right? So every time they need to go back, they need to jam also until they fed up, they just let go. Yeah, so that's the both extreme are very quiet, also not very good. Not so good. Very good, also not so good, right? So something like I would prefer something like a Cheetah Mall. Okay, if you look into Ara Damansara Cheetah Mall, what is the Si Hoi Chai development next to it area? Potpourri. Okay, if you look into Potpourri, right, it's located right next to the mall, close enough but not being affected by the mall. And the mall, because pyramid, but also you have a neighborhood mall like Atria, Cheetah Mall, maybe Tropicana City Mall or the One Mont Kiara Mall. Okay, so those are less things, but it's actually very, 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 very convenient, which is whatever you need is there, right? So neighborhood malls are more, I would suggest, to be a better deal in comparison to big malls. Now what's I learned to also access is the operator of the mall. Because if you look into Glomac, right, again, Glomac, the Glow Damansara Mall, it's because they don't have the right expertise. They don't have the right retail management team to actually look for the right tenants. If you look into Subang, what's the place that we call it here? Main Place. Main Place is an abandoned, rundown location which was revived using the tenant management skills, meaning they got in the right tenant mix and it drove attraction where a lot of people from Subang all go in, right? And then the value of the property actually boom, which at least it was abandoned. They were built halfway abandoned for a few years. The same scenario, UHA19, retail mall not doing well, again, dying. So that is very tremendous. So not only your residential price drop, your commercial price also drop. So yeah, I hope that answers your question. So it's really based on who is managing the mall. The tenant management team is very, very important. Okay, so wow, so many. I answered too many questions. I answered too long already. One question. Okay. Jason Production. Yep, 10 years. Okay. Hi, Sean, Joshua. Hi. Have you heard before the hipster project? Yes, I've heard it. Is it a good location? Generally, Taman Desa, you won't go wrong. The worst thing and also the best thing is the amount of people there lah. So good is a lot of population. Bad is a lot of traffic. Oh. Ruby, yeah, I just saw your Mizumi one, right? Can you also share some things about Mizumi and Kiara project? Okay, Mizumi, the problem is the density, and it's a newfound place, and a lot of people like look for that metropolitan lake area, right? I've used to hang out there a lot, okay, and it's one of the biggest lake I've ever jogged around lah. Personally, I'm not a big fan of jogging lah. The thing is this: in next to Mizumi, you got a Henge, and you got a few more other things, and easily you close eye, right? That's like 5,000 units there, and that's a problem. So on the other side, right, if you look into MRL2 area, you go in there. So now Masing, I think M Luna, I think one of the audience correct me before. I think M Luna is there. And another affordable housing is there, and Kiara Bay is also there. The thing about Kiara Bay is that it's going to be a more well-planned development because of the player. Again, is UEMS, the development team that actually built Mont Kiara, and other. And what else? What else do they build? Yeah, so meaning they are very cash rich and they can actually build up lah. But no matter how you build it, right, it's still Kepong, it's still Jinjiang. So your choice lor. So it depends on what you want lah. But now if I remember correctly, you just bought Mizumi and now you're not sure whether you want to sign the papers or not. Because a good thing is that population in Kepong is very, very high. Actually, a lot of blue collar people. Then the LRT just came out, and the location is also booming because you have the Eco Sky, you have the Park City, the one with the Chinese developer one. Yeah. So those location is undergoing a rebranding exercise currently. So in a location before you buy, right, you must always have stories for it to be possibly increasing in value lah. So if you look into geographically without looking at other things, right, that location is actually very, very premium and connected because it's only technically half an hour away from KL lah. But again, when bad times, the jam, right, and Jinjiang used to be, Kepong Jinjiang, right, the bad name, and they made a movie they made a movie, right, out of the gangsterism culture. I don't know why also lah. Spartan Peripheral. Hi, Sean. I am Kevin. How do you see Kuching's market if we don't have many public transport? The only indicator to property investment is uni and hospital. I guess you are right. Really, like Kuching market, right? I think that when I go there a few times, I think like 5 times or 4 times, just because the makeover guys is there. The ways you guys play development or play property investment is very, very different. And I've went live last Saturday, yeah, with the Penang team as well. So I realized that in accordance to location as well, the way you play property investment is also very, very different. Because like in KL, if you look very hard, we still can look for ROI 5 to 6%, right? In Penang, totally no such thing one. It's only 2%, 3%. And Kuching, right? A lot of people buy property and leave it there empty. Also, never mind, because it's a way to diversify their wealth. It's not for returns. It's not for this. It's not for that. That's why when the makeover guys go there, right? Suddenly, I also shocked. This Kuching market, quite heavily. I think high rise is all Airbnb. And I think Kuching is picking up in terms of the tourism game. I think right before this COVID thing, that's why the Airbnb rates are actually very, very well done. Like all those new upcoming mixed development, right? I think those are very, very hot because generally tourists still like high rise because got gym, swimming pool, and convenience. Then downstairs got all the shopping centers and things like that. But I think locals don't actually like it. So my take, to be very honest, I'm not very, very sure on thing like it's all unstable. Okay, if you look into all hot locations, right, it's really based on university and hospitals. Yes, I think you are right. Oh, also the distance from the distance to the airport. Yeah, I think that one also. Jenwin. Okay, hi Jenwin. What do you think about property in Cheras such as Yuna and One Cochrane? Can I have some advice? Cheras generally it's very very strategic, and because it's very very strategic, and it's very affordable, now it's super high dense. Yeah, because the location, right? A lot of people don't really focus on that area until TRX came out. Once TRX came out, right, then IKEA came out. IKEA came out, then my what came out? The my mall. My what mall is that already? Yeah, I forgot what's the mall. But you guys know lah. So One Cochrane is actually there, and it's very surprising to see, and it's very amazing to see, right? You have TRX here, which is 1,008 in general, 2,000 per square feet. 2,000 per square feet, meaning a 1,000 square feet unit, right? It's a million. Yeah, a million. No, 2 million. Sorry, a 500 square feet is 2 million. Is 1 million. Then if you go Cheras, this story right now, it's 500 to 700 per bloody big location. Because you got Batu 1 to Batu, right? That is very, very, as if you're from a house or a property, if you want to stay in a property point of view, then up to you lah, that one. But I would suggest to look a bit further. Right now you got two, you got Una and One Cochrane. Why don't you look into maybe Emerald 9, maybe M Oscar, maybe a lot like that. It means that I can get all the information and I run all the simulations and what is a good buy, what is a not good buy, and I sharpen my skill. Right? It means that I'm practicing and I'm role playing. Check the bank, like what is your credibility? Because one of the comments also said that now a lot of banks are not as easy in giving you loan. Like instead of 35 years, right? They ask you to take a 20 years loan, do the same. But it's important that you find out how much you own first. Or you own. And Sentul is sandwiched between Jalan Ipoh and Jalan Genting Klang. And you have the LRT, you have the MRT. It's just awesome. Just that it's a very cultural tree really announced. Then I think it will change that. But currently, if you're looking, right, let's say if you're working in Jalan Raja Laut, right, all the offices are there, where can you actually stay with a rental of 1,002? Right, you can actually get a rental very nicely in Sentul, and it's not that bad of an area, right? So a matured or not, right, is based on what you are comparing to. If you're comparing to Mont Kiara, then you are not, right? Vinesh Raju said a good time to buy stocks now. That's what I thought also. So my strategy is also this. So let's say if I have 100% of my money, right, I would then I will put in the remaining like 30%. Then only I put remaining slips unless you are those overnight traders lah. Yeah, so but if you generally want to play long term, like how that's my take lah. Even REITs also I'm scared, right? So that's your answer, Vinesh. GY David, what do you think about Ma Sing? Can buy for own stay or not? I am going to buy the M Arisa. So if you can afford it, you like it, and you're home, right? You're going to stay in it, not me. Ajak me, because a lot of my friends are actually in Ma Sing, so including the GM lah, right? Hi Sean, plan to invest in Mont Kiara, Aizen Kiara. Is it good in terms of investment? So good or not, right? In terms of investment, it's really up to you as well. WH, why don't you look into the current rental market? You look into the current rental market, you times 12. Let's say, for example, 1 month 4,000, right? You times 12 is 48,000. Then you divide by your property price. Then what's the ROI? And are you okay with that ROI? Then if you're okay, then go ahead. If it's not okay, then look for another one. Ip Lam Jeng. Hi Sean, what's your take on courses by online property gurus. That multiple property investment, okay, seems like for high risk taker and not suitable for everyone. Yes and no, right? So again, investment is a very customized, and it really differs from individual. Like I know which property gurus you are talking about, and those are people who, if you win big, you win, or you lose a lot lah. And that's really up to you actually. They also teach you a lot of tricks. Like I think I did one of the video, right? That like they create fake statements just to qualify for all this refinancing. Guess what? Their theories, even their theories were right, right? In this kind of in this kind of economic climate right now, I think they will suffer greatly. Imagine now you have like 6 properties and your business is actually not doing well, because all those will work, right? Provided your business is doing well. And my take is this lah. I always have this thought that properties, right? Why would property gurus want to share their secret to teach everyone to be like them? That will, number one, spoil the market, so I don't get to buy more, unless they are actually making a lot of money off you. So yeah, if you look into their courses, right, easily 25,000, 30,000 just to attend their course for the gold, platinum, whatsoever lah. Yep. Lee Chen Huan, I heard your thoughts that always checking about tier 2 locations, but if bad timing, tier 1 can go down and good times tier 3 can come up. But is there any specific number or anything that can be measured? Generally, rule of thumb, Chen Huan, rule of thumb is around 500,000 to 700,000, the property price. Why I say that is because if you look into the investment installment that you need to pay, okay, so let's say 700,000 means 3,500 per month for 30 years. So 3,000 now is like lower lah, but if you include all the maintenance fees and other fees, is around that. So 3,500, and 3,500, a person to be able to afford this property, right, needs to be earning around 10,000. And who can actually earn 10,000 in KL? I think a manager level can already earn 10,000. So it's not as easy, but you still find a lot of people who earn 10,000. And 500,000 is 2,500, which means a person who can earn around 7,000 joint income, right? So that's a very comfortable number. So and household income of 7 to 10,000, right? I think these people almost very matured already, 30 plus, 28 to 35, some of a range, right? And yeah, this is a very comfortable, and these are the places where you can actually generate positive rental. If you go higher, right, luxury market, then like things like COVID now hits, right, everything also, right? Yeah, so that's because I myself also I'm involved in one luxury home in Johor. That's why I also have this kind of experience. It's not as good of a story lah, because a lot of people buy luxury market, right, just to brag, not for investment actually. Okay. Next would be Hafiz. Hey Sean, what do you think about paying the mortgage since the interest rate is at the lowest now? Would it be good to take advantage of it or stick with the moratorium? My take is to take the moratorium. Take that 6 months first, because a lot of business, right, like now we are not even sure whether we still have a job 6 months later. But because of the moratorium, right, the shock is actually absorbed. So the market don't crash as much, because all of us, right, most of our expenses, easily 70%, all goes to car loan, PTPTN loan, housing loan, right? So with the moratorium, a lot of people are safe for the next 5 months, right? So now, and for the mortgage, for your interest rate, right, if you're taking any housing loan right now, it's all flexi so it's in accordance to market rate and it will adjust accordingly. So that's nothing much. But if you have not buy any property yet, yes, if you can afford it, yes, it's a right, very it's a very, very attractive way to go into the market right now because the amount of interest, right, is the lowest ever. It's seriously very, very low. It's almost as low as PTBDN. PTBDN is 1%. Yep. So I would say again, Hafiz, take the moratorium, right? Just in case to have extra cash on hand, just in case your business go kaboom or our job go kaboom. Yep. Brian Lee asks, can you talk something about location, Bukit Jalil and Oak Lane Road again? Brian, I will say that it's totally up to preference of individual. Like if my parents' place is in Bukit Jalil, then by default, no matter how good Oak Lane Road is, right, I will like Bukit Jalil more. So it's not really up to me to say what I like, right? But if you look into Bukit Jalil and Oak Lane Road, the distinct difference will be density. If you look into go Oak Lane Road, right, the whole left, right of Oak Lane Road is all condos. But if you look into Bukit Jalil, currently it's still all landed houses across. And Bukit Jalil has way more potential. So that's what I would say, because you got LRT lah, you got the highway lah, you got the university lah, not one but two universities lah. And you are close to Puchong lah, then close to Kinrara lah, and a junction away to Kajang, Serdang area also. So, but Oak Lane Road is all the other side lor. It's all KL lor. Left you, no matter which road you go out, also KL. Yeah, so Oak Lane Road now is having a congestion problem, meaning oversaturated, so many condos. Let's say if I want to rent a place for 2005, the amount of choices I have is in abundance. Yep. Lee Chen Huan asks, what is tier 1, tier 2? KLCC, Desa Park City, Mont Kiara, Taman Tun, Bangsa, these kind of areas are top tiers, right? So second tiers will be PJ, right? PJ, Cheras, Kepong, TTDI, Damansara, tier 2. Then you go on. Chen Si Seng. Hi Sean, I'm working at Damansara Perdana, looking at condo at Kebong Baru for own stay. Kebong Baru, good own stay location. If it's convenient for you, go ahead, right? Because again, it's really up to you. Let's say if your office change location or you change job, that location will not be good for you already. You get what I mean? So it's really up to preference. Hey, also another Sean W. Yeah. Okay, KL is my first question. Oh, you are the one that asked about the mall. If you look into the past, wait, what's that mall already? Oh, Melawati Mall. I think Melawati Mall is doing okay. So I think KL East is managed by the same team as well. So I have pretty positive vibes about KL East. And that's the last property that I visited before COVID. So after COVID, I have not seen any reactions yet. Lee Boon Hao. Hi Sean, what is your suggestion to those who have used up their twice quota and wanted to buy more but not able to use? A few things is I think share lor. Use your mother's name, father's name, sister's name, brother's name, but that has a risk. You gotta have a very strong verbal agreement or contract at the site. So you PM them, right, to have an agreement. Let's say like now you got money, or your younger brother or younger cousin don't have money, but they got credibility, then you use their name, vice versa. But I think, right, I forecast and I foresee the third property LTV 70% one, right, will be lifted. Because if you look into the current scenario of the government, right, now petrol price also drop. Where's the money going to come from? They will try their best to stir up the economy. And number one is via infrastructure. Number two is housing. So to drive up housing, right, they already do this. They revise the interest rate to be very, very low. So it makes sense to buy property instead of putting your money in the bank. Number two is they may adjust the LTV, meaning rich people will continue buying. My third property or my 30th property is still 90%, then everyone will start buying already. Number 3 is maybe if they were to pull this trick, right? RBGT 0. If RBGT 0, then we are all game on already. It's totally back to after 09 days already, meaning like those is the booming time already. Yep. Okay. Okay. Okay, so that is from James Sun. Sim Yu Sin. Hi Sean. Yes, hi. E-Force video. I was looking at a resale at Horizon Hill and Eco Botanic. Okay. T. Brian. Hi Sean, I'm from Johor and would like to ask whether buying an apartment with shop lot underneath in a development town, is it good for investment, especially Mount Austin area? Generally apartments in, I think Mount Austin area is okay because the hospital Sultan Ismail is there. You have a lot of doctors there. I used to stay Palazzo for 2 to 3 years. So I understand the demographics there lah. So the jam is terrible because there's only one way in and one way out. If you go in further, it's Sete Tropica. Then you go in, is you come out from the highway. Oh, yeah, my God. So it's the, I think I'm more concerned of the jam instead. But generally, the investment there now is not cheap already. But you are always welcome to go research and find out the rental rates in the surrounding lah. KC, hi Sean, what's your take on Empire City 1 and 2 and 3? I'm very mixed, KC. I'm actually very mixed because the entry price is actually very attractive, and the location is actually very premium. Next to the Kota Damansara, next to Mutiara Damansara, then next to TTDI, right? Then it's next to the highway, 5 minutes away from Mont Kiara. I would say it's really based on Lee Ming Yao. How about Eco Majestic Semenyi? Any comments? You like it, you buy. If you can afford, you buy lo. Yeah, what comments do you want? All Eco Worlds all follow template one ma. It's all very green, very different location and so if Semenyi is very convenient to you, then go ahead lo. To me, it's very far lah, right? Because my office is in Mont Kiara ma. But if my office is in Balakong or Kajang, then it makes sense. Sim Yu Sin, if you have a 500,000 cash to invest in property for rental, how much loan would you take and which property would you buy? If I have 500 cash to invest, I would invest 0. I would take as much loan as possible. Okay, so I will take as much loan as possible and I will keep this 500,000 cash with me. Whether or not I will invest into other things, even I put FD also good, 3%, right? Yeah, that's my take, to use as little money as possible. That's why I actually come up with an episode, right? You've seen whether do you prefer 500,000 in cash or 500,000 in cash flow? Yeah. James Sun, hi Sean. A lot of guru says that property is going to recover next year, but if buy for own stay, will September to December good time? I think if you buy that you will get, right, the amount of, now you call any people, right, every salespeople is so desperate to sell you stuff right now, and it's good lah. So it saves a lot of time. It's not last time you go to Swiss Gallery, nobody want to bother about you, right? Recover next year or not, I don't think that fast lah, because of the moratorium. If you look into moratorium, right, by the time it's lifted, it's October, November, December, then Chinese New Year already. So I think next year is a very bold statement, but I think still okay lah. Sean W, Kepong and Jinjiang is different lah. Okay lah, but it's same street man, one street away only. I used to go to the Jinjiang, the Bak Kut Teh place. Midnight only open one. Eugene Cheong, hi Sean, any comments on residential ecotropics Kota Masai? Personally, Kota Masai, I went to the one in Eco Vantage, the shop offices, and that is heavily on the Pengerang. Yeah, Kota Masai is like developed just to capitalize on Pengerang only. And now, if you look into stock prices of the every companies that deal with petroleum, right, all crash like, right. So they're not so good, though. But because Ecotropics, it's a cool fact. Ecotropics was the company called Focal Aim, where just now I mentioned when Eco to Ecotropics. So you look into Kota Masai, right, in Ecotropics, right, you have old development style and new development style one. Pretty cool fact. E-Force video. Hi Sean, I'm a Singaporean in my early 40s with 3 Singapore property and 1 Australian property. Total loan is 1 GD million. Wow. Very good, bro. Thanks for sharing. Brian Chiu. Hi Sean, have you heard of Eureka? Do you think it's a good buy to invest in small studio? 180 square feet. This kind of products, right, as very niche, meaning, right, if let's say the college close leh, or the college actually move away leh, so I will actually go for a normal apartment. So I will go for units, right, which have more rental strategies. For example, I can rent out to normal people, like working people. I can rent out to students. I can rent out to Airbnb. I can rent out to anyone, not only student. So because you put everything in purely student, right, a normal person will not stay one. So at USJ one, you got a lot of other different products there. So why don't you look around first? Ruby, thanks, Sean. You are most welcome. Is the marketing market going to go down? So, and property, the best thing about property is that it's a very good hedge against inflation. Means that, right? So serious already, like we are going into our second month of lockdown already. Our price, if you look into value, still the same one. But if you look into stock markets, very different. Yeah, so that's one of the behaviors of real estate lah. Glenn Lim, I'm planning to buy a Rimbayu, price from 600K. Any comments? For own stay, then I think it's a good place to. I think connecting back to E-Force, I am considering to retire in JB. So I've been sourcing for a retirement house in JB, but the 1 million limit makes it financially not wise to buy into JB. Yeah, so maybe, yeah. So Emerald Residence, they have a pretty modern architecture, and they are pretty and they have a lot of people. It feels very international there, like, because of the international school. Like if you go into Sunway Iskandar today, it's Japanese, Koreans, Angmo, a lot. Sorry, YK, yeah, I like it a bit. My friends advised me to just retire in Malaysia just by renting. Don't need to own your own place. True. That's true also. E-Force, meaning like a rental like that is around 3,000, 4,000 ringgit a month. Or you get a very, very decent semi-D already. Okay, Zero asks, do you think that Clam Valley can find good leasehold high-rise property for capital gain? Yes, definitely. Serena Seashell, I have an upcoming property VP 2022. In your opinion, when's the best time to start paying for my MLTA? I think you can ask the agent for the calculation one, because it's up to, you can ask like, what do? I pay now or I pay further, right? I think this one is pretty direct because it's calculation one. You can straight away ask your agent that you buy from is whether is it the HLA one. I think it's the HLA one, right? Yeah, most probably it's this few, or AIA or HLA only. Raymond Lai asks, do you think it's Bukit Rimau is a good location to invest? Yes. Yes, but that's why it's a very good location, but the double-story houses, right, is only 600 over 700,000. But it's definitely a very decent place to live lah. The amount of greens is very flat. you go out. If I work in Klang, right, definitely it's a very good place to think about. Yeah, everyone telling me it's lag. lag. Okay. Tan Yu Kiang, lag. No, yeah, leverage. Okay. Sorry. Just now you were asking the Airbnb high-rise one, right? Yeah. Yeah, so maybe I answer you in more direct in email or Spartan, right? Eugene Cheong in JB, should I take high-rise Tropica or Ecotropics Kota Masai for investment? Eugene, is really up to whether you want cash flow or you want capital appreciation. If you want capital appreciation, then Kota Masai would be better, but high-rise Tropica, I think rental, you got to check lah. You got to check the rental market there, whether can cover your installment or not. Because generally, Johorian, all my Johorian friends don't want to buy high rise one. They will never stay high rise lah. Okay, so Spartan said, do come Kuching and you will bring me go Kway Chap. I go to the Carpenter Street one. Every time I go Kuching, I must go the Carpenter Street one, and I eat like a lot lah. Wow, I hungry. You say Kway Chap, I hungry. Joey, hi Joey. Love your videos. What do you think of Mbayu project under PRG? What's PRG? I'm not sure. I haven't come across PRG, Joey. Sorry. Okay, so let's move on. Hello, Sean. Sharkman. Sharkman said, I just purchased a property in Jubilee. Do you think I can rent it at 2.5 a month? I paid 450 for the apartment. Need to put at least 30,000 into the unit. All the Prima. I see. Okay. The thing is this, Sharkman. This research work should be done before you buy, not after you buy. So now I would check what's next in accordance to Jalan Jubilee, what other developments are there, and what's the ongoing market rate for the unit that you purchase. Similar one, right? So you can check on iProperty, Property Guru, on Prop Social. Raymond Tan asks, do you think that the project near TRX are suitable for investment purposes? Before COVID, yes, definitely. After COVID, I'm not sure. Yeah, because the behavior, that's why I did a whole video about it. Tan Yu Chiang, your tenants will pay for your interest as long as your rental can cover 75% of your money installment. Yes. Yes. So Sharkman said, yes, it's Jalan Lok Yu. I know. So now you got to do your homework pretty quickly to check like at least 6 to 8 different properties around Jalan Jubilee and that area so to find out what's the rental rate there. Muhammad says Rawang landed houses very attractive. Do you think it has room for appreciation? I doubt. I doubt Rawang will be the next one because of the highway. Simply it's because of the highway only. I have colleagues in the makeover guys who are staying in Rawang. It's a very comfortable place to stay, but for room for appreciation, I doubt because there's not enough population to drive up the demand. Keith Suis said, hey Sean, I'm a foreigner, recently married to a Malaysian. I want to confirm what is the minimum buying price for own stay. Am I locked into 1 million or will this drop in the near future? I think it dropped to 600,000 for new properties. Right? So that's the thing. It changed every budget. So Malaysia, right? My country, Malaysia, right, will have a budget every year. So in that budget, they will declare, especially this one, what's the minimum, or do you want to whether do Malaysia wants to have investors in or investors out. Yep. What is your Wong GY asks is what is your take on highly density area, 3,005 over 12 acres? is it good for investment? I think Maruri area, Velocity area is definitely good because you have population, you have connectivity. So if you go of strategies, how to rent out your unit faster, how to rent out your unit higher. Yep. Sim Yusin, thanks Sean. I'll check out your other 500,000 videos. Cheers. Cool. Glenn said, thank you for your effort in care. Any comments on Grant Cardone's suggestion not to buy but to rent? Use down payment money as capital to do business. True. I think that is right though. A lot of people think that buy property will make money. Actually, if you look into the same amount, right, you make money off business is faster than by making money off properties. That I agree. Because it's a time game lah. Meaning like for I think a lot of people are still hooked into the history of times where I buy to this year, 3 years later I sell, I earn double. That has been the story, and news like this travels very far. But now if you know such story already, so I would suggest now if like what I'm doing also, if you guys have 30,000, 50,000 capital, it's up to you also. It's if you want to buy property, then for own stay, number one. Number two is if you really want to make money out of it, then I don't think so. If you want to preserve wealth, then it's true. That's why I made the whole video about property is to preserve wealth, not create them, right? Muhammad Kawal, you should connect yourself to a Wi-Fi. Muhammad is connected to a Wi-Fi already, just that at night everybody online, DMS asks, hi Sean, what is your thought on investment? At Shah Alam Menara U, Gem near the stadium there. My take is whether my thoughts or not, right? You just gotta look into the rental rates surrounding. Then it's pretty clear already. For all the questions whether location or not, right? I think the general thing is this. If you want to determine whether this place is good for investment or not, you just look into the rental rates because rental is the most transparent demand or indication of demand for the area. Whether or not your property is 3 million, 300,000, rental 3,000 means 3,000. Right? So that's the demand for space. So that's the price. Okay. Johnny Sang, sorry, it's laggy. The team today is like laggy though. Tan Kian Seng said, hi Sean, what's your take on Alex near to Damas? Seems too near North-South Highway might be noisy and the road connection a bit limited. Yes, it's next to Conceto, but the price though, it's pretty reasonable because I think they also know all these problems. That's why they are priced like that. Yep. But I like their toilet. Their toilet is fully furnished though. Very good. James Son. Oh no, I skipped it. Okay. James Son asks, hi Sean, if buying sub-sale for landed, anything we need to pay attention to the property physically? Wow, a lot. Okay, let me break down into this. I think structurally okay, if it's for house, then basically you will look very thoroughly. But if it's for investment, a lot of people chin chai It's pretty tricky though because landed, right? I've also sold properties 12 years ago. I sold properties that the car porch actually cracked, man. Meaning the car porch cracked already. The whole platform already sink, right? And people still buy. Yeah. So I think is to pay attention into joints. Like for example, your beam and column, your wall, and all those areas. If there's cracks, then do be a little bit more careful. After structures, then you look into the what is it called? The water irrigation, meaning like the pipings and all, and the age of the properties, because more than 10, 20 years, right, the tanki might need to change, the piping might need to change, and etc. The look into a drain, right? So all this kind of things. So yeah, this one a bit technical though. It would be a good topic to discuss. Chamomile Wong. Condos near Sri Rambai LRT good for rental. Many new launch there. For example, Hannah. Yes. I think it's because of the Sri Rambai. Everyone is selling the Sri Rambai station. But if you look into this though, Wang Sao Walk is really doing very well. Eugene Chong said, thanks Sean, your advice is decent. What a word, decent. You're very welcome, Eugene. Tiago Yang, hi Sean, does someone ever say you look like J-Lo? Come on lah. I lose so much weight, it still look like Jolo meh? Reno Chan, hi Sean, how do you think of 99 residents near Jalan Kuching? Thanks for the information on your channel. Keep it up. 99 is the one in Selayang next to the lake, right? JL 99, you mean? I think Selayang now has there's a reason why it cannot boom lah, because I think you have hospital, you have highways, but just that the connectivity and the road structure there is not very good though. Only the stretch that you come out from Kepong one, what's the Kepong forest called already? Frim, yes, FRIM. So the street connects Frim, Kepong, and Selayang, and the hospital. I think that's the road that you can invest on it. Anything other than that, right? I'm pretty negative about it. Law Tech Juan. Hi Sean, I have a corner 2-story terrace house in Ambang Botanic and my tenancy ends in May. Previously was renting out in 3K, but with this current scenario, do you think I can get the same rate? Most probably no issue one, because rental, right? Like even like now, if I'm renting a house now, suddenly because COVID, you want to increase my rent, right? Cannot like that one, right? Meng De Tai. 600,000 Laman Surya in Mont Kiara worth to buy or not? Well, it depends. So, what's the median there? What's the size and things like that? Alan Chi asks, what do you think investing in Tropicana Metro Park? That area, seriously, I think it's too ambitious, because if you look into the connection to the, I know they have the connection to the Federal Highway lah, and I don't think it's picking up anytime soon. So a lot of people are actually renting in Paisley and what's the one called Pandora. I think Pandora and Paisley, right? The rental is very, very attractive. Meaning it's very, very low for people to actually stay in, because there's nothing yet. I think the international school also not up yet, right? So currently, if you want to invest in Tropicana Metro Park, there's way more better deals out there lah. Is there, Tech John asks, is there any ways other than agent to rent out the unit faster? Yes, you have this app called Speed Home. Yeah, the botak yellow 招牌 one. Yeah, Speed Home. Go check it out, Tech John. Justin Chai asks, hi Sean, first time buyer here, looking for a property for investment. Any recommendation? I preferably to have positive cash flow lah. That's the thing. If got positive cash flow, people buy already. So I guess the answer to you is no easy way out. I think you need to start from scratch. And that's the problem that I think a lot of first-time home buyers, right, don't want to go. And let's say if I have really a cash flow positive deal, right? Why should I recommend to you? Or that's the case with all the property gurus as well. Why would they let out so many properties that is positive cash flow to them? And most of them, they also teach you how to do basically like what I'm teaching lah. But they are actually charging you the higher just to make money lah. Yeah lah. So again, no easy way out. Start from one property first, and you move on further. Okay. Good luck, Justin. Sharkman asks, thank you for answering my question. You're most welcome. Do you know what is the best way to increase rent? My tenant has been staying in my unit for 2 years and I want to increase rent. I would suggest him to, okay, that's 2 ways lah. One is that, if it's a very low, because it's really based on nego lah. This is a negotiation thing. takkan I stay halfway, I say I want to renovate for you, mate. Cannot ma, right? So I would say this is a negotiation thing. Just be, let's say if it's every month 2000, maybe 2001 first, then 2002, then 2003, slowly lor. Yep, there's no other way, but it's a direct nego one. But the risk that is you will lose a good tenant. Lor. But if it's a bad tenant, right, that he don't want to pay, refuse to pay, damage your property, then you should we increase. Tell him, okay, your tenancy end, now new contract, right? 2000, let's say now 2002, I want to revise to 2004 because in a indirect way, I want to chase you out lah because this is not working for us lah. Right? Nikki lol. Hi Sean, I'm considering a landed for own stay. Do you recommend new project or sub-sale? Worried about maintenance for second-hand unit like piping, wall, any comments? See you got money or not lor. Okay, Nikki. So if you have because you're worried about all this already, right? So I would just suggest to get for a new property lah. But new property, most of the new landed properties now are stratified, not individual title already. It means that you cannot do anything to the exterior of the building. Just take note lah. Tan Yu Chang asks, hi Sean, do you think dual key is the net trend to rent out your unit? I think dual key has been in the market for the past 5 years already, bro. Yu Chang, right? I think the next big thing is you have three key, 4 key also got. They are now going into co-living spaces. It means like one unit, 4 families stays in. Then you share the kitchen, share the living room, share the dining room. Brian Chiu, thanks Sean. Is it more safe to invest in small unit? Mana pergi? Oh no, I missed it. Where is it? No. Okay. Is it more safe to invest small unit or big unit? Safe or not? It depends on the furnishing of your unit. How attractive your unit is more important. Right? Because like big unit or small unit is really based on your affordability. Like if I buy big unit, then every month I need to pay a lot more installment and I cannot make it for 3 months, then let long already. So that's why a lot of people buy studio because everyone can actually afford a studio only instead of a 3-bedroom. Robert asks, what do you think will happen to new projects along Oakland Road? Yellow. It seems to be an oversupply. Bloomsville is going near 60 floors. Pros and cons about Oakland Road. I think they actually is the same. Pros, a lot of population, good connectivity, very prosperous commercial areas, convenient, close to KL. Cons, the same things. Because you have congestions, you have a lot of people, you have a lot of units. Yeah, so it comes together one. Tan Kian Seng asks to add on any suggestion for low dense own stay condominium price than $1 million. All these, right? The exact criteria you just put into property portals like iProperty, Property Guru, or Prop Social. You will find results there. Then you go one by one, right? Because this is like a filter already. So I think that will be a more effective way to look for a house, right? Izaz, hi Sean, thank you. I know Cozy Home and I dealt with Freda. Yeah, she's a very cool girl, right? Very friendly also. Currently renting in one of the unit in Wangsa Maju and never been happier. Wait, I should print screen this. Send to her. And maybe you tell her I say hi lah. Wait, I need to print screen this. Wait. Howdy Pet 12. Sorry, looking for PR by investment. For that I need money. My condo I paid cash 1.6 million. Where can I get a loan higher than that by additional security? You wish 6 million ringgit. I don't understand the question. How the pet? Wait, let me read again. I'm in MN2H looking for PR by investment. Oh, meaning you put in all the cash only, they give you a PR. Where can I get a loan higher than that? I don't think so though. I don't think you can use your share to get loans out of it though. Maybe I suggest to go for a more expensive property lor. Because I don't really get your question, I held it back. Maybe you want to write to me in a more detail. Tiago Yang asks, "Hi Sean, what do you think of Fennel Sentul? Awesome place, awesome architecture." Tiago Yang asks, "Hi Sean, what do you think of Fennel Sentul? Awesome place, awesome architecture, very very nice. I'm a big fan of architecture, but the sub-sale price not really performing." Sushi Nice, what a name. "Hi Sean, I have no car because I always think that car will waste my money. I have the ability to buy car. My saving is around 880,000 now. Salary is around. Maybe don't splurge on it, I would say, right? Instead of taking MRT, right? That somewhat maybe limits your hangout with your friends, but that's Grab now, so I guess it's fine. Hey, Edward Lim is here. Edward. Hi, Edward. So long already. So late already, still want to sleep. Okay, Tech John asks, thanks Sean for your work and really appreciate it you have done. You're most welcome, Tech John. Do you think I need to have car so I can buy a house far away from public transport but cheap and big and buy a home nearby travel transport small and expensive? Sushi, I would say this lah. I think I did this topic many times. I would suggest to get a local second-hand car, right? Let's say maybe a MyVigo or whatsoever. That's like a national car for Malaysian, right? Cheap one, every month pay like 500, but then it gives you a lot of convenience, right? Then it allows you to do a lot more things also, maybe run a business, maybe meet more people, maybe hang out with more important people after your work, right? Because if not, you are always limited to the LRT's time. And if you calculate your usage of Grab, right, it's not cheap also. And yeah, I would suggest to actually get a car, because I think with your mentality, right, you won't splurge that much on the car. And MyV has one of the greatest second-hand value. Maybe you buy, right, it's as good as you rent a car one, really. If you do the calculation, let's say you buy a second-hand MyV this year, you sell 3 years later, right, I bet it's cheaper than you Grab all the time. Plus petrol now so cheap. Silk Shen Tan, hi Sean, how's your opinion on investor benefiting from COVID after effects, where the people will move their money, attention for survival, and eventually rent over buy, at with interest rate dropping? That's the thing though. Okay. Economic climate wise, interest rate is dropping. Maybe government will lift off LTV. Because interest rate is dropping, right? There's no other better place to put your money really. Let's say if you have, let's say for people who have 10 million, where would they put their money? I think hedge against inflation always is still property one. And property, right? Whether or not this economy cycle is good or not, right? People will still get married. People will still have babies. People will still grow old. People will still need to go to college and university, right? So life still goes on. So when life goes on, the demand for space will proceed. And now you look into the supply for new properties is stopping already drastically. And the current oversupply will be absorbed into the market. And that's when property market will pick up. Not pick up, but I think it will do fine and it will be more stable in compared to the other asset classes. Yep. So I guess if you have a property right now that is actually rented out, right? I think it's very good. Now, right, in comparison to stock markets like some like that, right? But rental market still goes gradually but surely. Lok Shi Yi said, hi Sean, may I know how to distinguish residential and commercial use from land search? What does perbangunan percampur means? Okay. When you do land search, residential and commercial falls under this category called building. So a lot of people thought residential and commercial is one topic altogether. Okay. Land title divided into agriculture, right? Building and industrial. Okay. And then in this title, there's this thing called the express condition. Express condition means that for agriculture, right? Some very weird one, they will say that only you can plant kelapa, you can plant coconut only. Some you can plant rubber only. If you want to plant something else, you need to get approval one. I'm serious. Number two, under building, you have commercial, you have residential, and there's this thing called mixed development, and it's rather new. Although 20 years ago, we got ready, right? It's still rather new. So perbangunan, bercampur means new, and mixed development. And that differs in terms of different states and different authorities, right? They have a different zoning. So maybe your bercampur means that 40% residential, 60% commercial, or vice versa. This is strictly depending on the zoning. So you need to match your land title against the zoning plan as well. Justin Chai, wait. Yeah, everything. Okay. Thanks for the advice. Looking forward to your future videos. You are most welcome. Tough love, bro. Justin, you really gotta work because everybody puts in the effort. Let's say if I now is expecting people to dig holes, right, and suddenly they find gold and they shout for you, and expecting them to not earn anything from you. So I guess better we 靠自己, right? We depend on ourselves better. E4 said, hi, Sean, thanks for your quick response. Look like I need to wait and perhaps in the next budget. Malaysian government will lower the entry barrier for us Singaporeans to invest and retire in Malaysia. Yep. Like even my tenants is from Singapore. E4. My tenants in Johor are actually Singaporeans. Maybe you want to rent out my place. I just vacant my place only. It's in, I shall not put it out here, but do let me know my email. Catch up, right? E-Force. Oh, used to be considered low range. But you look now, that was just 10 years ago, yeah. Just because of this, not like just because I like the place. It's a very well planned location because you look very clearly commercial, residential, number one. Number two is the connection, which is the Federal Highway, the Kesas Highway. Then you have a lot of education component. Notice you guys mentioned about 99 residents. I stay and brought up in Selayang for 20 over years. I don't suggest that due to traffic congestion. And you are 2 km away from landfill. Correct. Thank you, Izas. Yeah, so I would suggest if you want to look, right, look into the Frame area, connected very close to what's that? Hospital area. E-Force, you're most welcome. E-Force, Hasbi Siddiqui. Yeah. Easy to own by Masing. What's the catch? Is it recommended to buy? It's very similar to what is it called? House Keys by Maybank. So Maybank, right, when they work with EcoWorld, they call it Insta Yours now lah. Last time it's called Rent to Own or Stay to Own, right? Then when they work with SP Setia, they call it Flex Keys. Then when they work with Masing, they call it Easy to Own. Basically, it's is focusing on affordability. Basically, you like pay zero, you can already move in already. E-Force asks, by the way, in properties, any in stock? Okay lah. Just because you're all very genuine, right? So it's a ID, a quick renovation company. Yeah, it's a pretty new thing as well in KL. My investment portfolio, yes, around 85% all in properties. Yep, because I don't have the patience and the passion to keep track on news especially in stocks and bonds, because I've been there before. So I've increased my portfolio, I think 300% before 10 years ago. Those when social media not as fast, news weren't traveling at this kind of speed, so I can still react. Now I can already. So that's my take, lor. Stock, when they make a lot of money in one day, I feel like I don't need to work. If I lose a lot of money one day, I feel I don't need to work. So so that's why I put all my properties in, almost all my portfolio into properties, because I have that peace of mind, so I can work very, very hard. Kark Wing Lee, Kark Wing. I have a home loan, 150,000 ish. The house here say is 850,000. Should I invest another property now, or should focus pay off current loan? Okay, very interesting. What's your goal? If you want to invest more, right? So I think you should invest in another property straight away. Don't need to finish pay up your loan one, because what's the point of finish paying up your loan? Because you're going to take another loan anyway, right? But if you want to focus on your business, or focus on retirement, or focus on whatever passion that you have, you want that peace of mind, I want to be debt free, then go ahead, right? No right, no wrong. It's really up to you what you want. But from a property investor point of view, I would actually, if you want to go full, okay, let's put into very extreme. I want to go full force on property investment. I will go refinance this first. Let's say it's 850,000. Let's say 900,000. Okay, 900,000. I will take 80% out, which is 720,000. 720,000 minus a 150, right? I can cash out 570,000. With 570,000 cash, right? Imagine what you can do with it. So some might they leverage further, or they buy another property, or they buy a factory to rent out, because now maybe shop lots also fire sale, a lot of good deals for shop lots now. So that's the full-fledged, but then you're not comfortable with the risk and the burden on your shoulders, right? Then you're not happy, then no point. Up to you, really. If you are happy with whatever decisions, then just go ahead. Don't need to listen to many suggestions. Okay, so that's my take for Kawing. Robert, thank you very much for answering my question. You are most welcome. What's up with this? I keep doing this today. Okay, Nikki lol. Back to my question, new versus sub-sale. The reason I ask is because new units still so high, but sub-sale a bit lower. If not, new versus sub-sale. The reason I ask is because new units still so high, but sub-sale a bit lower, if not mistaken. Yes, but if I remember correctly, sub-sale, right? Sometimes based on luck one, and it depends on the age of the property. So I would suggest, if you have no, find a house below 5 years. If more than 5 years, 10 years, right, then the piping got problem the tangki got problem structure might have problem materials might drop off here and there right? And so that's the main difference Maybe you can write to me in a more detailed so that's the main difference Maybe you can write to me in a more detailed manner, so I can advise you. I think this would be a very good topic altogether in one episode. Yeah. Alvin goes, hi Sean, I just bought my property, first investment property, fully furnished at Liberty Grove. Hey, like to know, should I further renovate the unit? Which part of the house should I focus for the renovation? I think you can look for the makeover guys. I think my team is actually providing the fully furnished package there, and they are actually generating positive cash flow. It means that their rental is actually higher than their installments that they need to pay, right? So if you want, right, you can just go to the Kuching, you can go to our Facebook page and the makeover guys, right? You ask, then tell them my property is in Kuching. then you can do a free online consultation first. Meaning they'll tell you what's the fully furnished rate, what's your current rental rate, and whether do you want to pay up to push your rental rate upwards or not. And they will tell you, right, if you don't need or not, right? Let's say now your rental already makes sense for your whatever furnished level, then they will actually stop you from continue the renovation one. Okay, so also tell them hashtag Sean Tan Makeover for extra premium attention or discounts as well. Yep. Once you put that, right, then everybody will dare not mess up with you because they know that it's from this channel, right? They will put more serious thought into it. Okay, so that's for Alvin Go. Kaizo Farhan. Hello, Sean. Love your video. How can I be a YouTuber like you? Any tips? Number one, start. Just start. I would say, right, okay, that's a joke, but what I'm trying to say is don't complicate things. Just lift up your smartphone, right, and just record and see how it feels like looking yourself in the camera, or you want to do a different type, you want to record anything else, and basically anything can happen on in YouTube world. Whatever that I do 3 years ago was deemed stupid and crazy. Nobody will actually watch property on YouTube one. They say lah, but I think everyone is wrong. So to me is to just start first. You will never know one. So target to do like 10 videos, upload 10 videos first. And the best thing about YouTube is if you upload 10 already, if you're famous, then okay, very good, because it's organic search. Don't tell your family and friends to like your videos first, because that's very fake. Those are the fake environments, right, that actually kill off a lot of talents. Like even your videos suck, right? They tell you your videos are awesome. Then you think yourself very awesome, right? Then when you actually see the views that on YouTube is very, very low, like 0, then you feel very sad, then you drop out. To me, it's have 0 expectation. Focus on producing like 10 videos upfront first. Then you just email me and tell me further. Then we will look into each other. Okay. So videos upfront first. Then you just email me and tell me further. Then we will look into each other. Okay. So Kaizo, I think do email me. Kaizo, I think do want to sell them. Instead, I like a loan. Can I only get a loan based on SPA price on my condo? I have a share, but oh, I see. Yes, you can get loan based on your SPS price on your condo. You don't need collaterals one. But I'm not sure about what the officers in MM2H tells you lah. Right, I think that is the confusing part in your case right now. I think basically if I have intention to buy a property today, let's say 1 million. If you're an MM2H person, then you can get up to 90% loan. If you are in, right? If you are not in, generally it's 70% loan only. So if you are a PR, you get 900,000 loan. If you are not a PR, you get generally 60 to 70%, which is 600,000 loan, right? So if you have a lot of loan, let's say if you have a lot of share market, they will increase the margin maybe like 5%. Like now it's 60%, right? I can give you extra 5%, 65%. That's about it. Okay. Tan Yu Chang, how many of your property investment portfolio are from Lelong? 0. But I used to hang out in Lelong place last time when I was broke. So quite dodgy, but quite fun. I kind of enjoyed it actually. Muhammad Kamal, hi Sean, is it still true these days property that obtains its actual strata title will increase in selling price? Yes, marginal, around 5 to 8%, that's about it. Because you don't have to go through the complicated process of selling really. Because you don't have a strata title, you need to get a PA, means power of attorney, from the developer. It means the developer take note and give consent for this owner to sell to this buyer. Okay, so this complicated, it's like a leasehold process like that, but it's only for the internal. So if you have a strata title, then it's way easier to transact really. That's why the price actually increase also. From your experience, how much cash do we need to make a 1,000 square feet from livable to comfortable to rentable? A Sharkman. Okay, so I would suggest again lah. So you can go full Taobao, you can go full Lazada, and also you can go full. So the range is this. Let's say 1,000 square feet, full Lazada is like 1,000, 2,000. You can do already everything. But if you want to go full ID, 200,000. So it's really depending on what's the level and what's the intention. No? That's where the company that I work in, the makeover guys, right, is very good at. We use the most minimum to fetch the highest range of rental. Yeah, so maybe if you have, right, that property, why don't you send in an inquiry to the makeover guys? Hashtag Sean Tan Makeover again. Why this episode so many hashtag one? Okay. Sean Tan Makeover hashtag, then I can get maybe a minimum 500 off for your order lah. But maybe you can go in and ask, get a free consultation first. Free one, meaning you get your unit can rent out how much, fully furnished, partial furnished can rent out how much, empty can rent out how much, then fully furnished, partial furnished can rent out how much, empty can rent out how much, then what is the strategy that you can do? Yeah, so all those are free one, don't need to get don't need to do all your homework. We will do them for you. Not me lah, but them lah. Randy Tan. Hi Sean. Is facade repainting work common for residential building? As it is important to improve the impression to the people and eventually enhance the rental yield. Residential building means high rise, right, Randy? That is based on how much money you have in the accounts of the management. No? Because whatever you pay, maintenance fees, there's this portion called sinking fund, and people will use that sinking fund across 10 years, right? Then will use it to use that sinking fund across 10 years, right? Then will use it to repaint the whole building. And then the process of getting the contractor will be very tedious. You get to know like 5 different quotation, then you must actually go contract based, look at how long you need, what is the spec of the paint, what is the brand of the paint, what color of the paint, all our work on actually. Yep, and I do agree the impression of the rental yield, but the impression of the rental yield, but that's a way that I would say is out of my circle of influence. Meaning like now if I buy meaning I already have an apartment, right? Whether or not the condo is going to conduct the repainting exercise, right? It's not up to me one. So it's not up to my control. But instead, I will look into things that will enhance the rental yield from the inside. So maybe a feature wall. Like if you go to the Makeover Guys blog, right? If you go to the Makeover Guys Facebook page, there's this wall painting blog. How to paint your feature wall using paint only, and it's very cheap. You just need 2 tong of paint only, like few $100, like $300. That's about it. Then you change the whole outlook of your unit already. Then you put in some furnitures, the right furnitures and things like that. Yep, I'm actually disclosing all the secrets really for free. So I would say again, Randy, I would focus on internal works rather than external. Movela Services. Hey bro, wow, I hope you're good. Can you tell the future development that there's potential just like in Kuasa Damansara? I can see the problem is this lah. It's very dependent and heavily dependent on the government. Meaning the die go, then can go. If no go means the government say go, die go, then can go. If no go means no go, and it's very very slow. So it's not like not like Masing, not like any other individual private developers, right? 1 year they don't build is 1 year they lose money. Okay, so that's why there's always an urgency to develop more. But for Kuasa Damansara, like so long already, like nothing on the LRT track already passed through there so long, no work meaning no work. Yeah. So that's the problem with Kuasa Damansara. I see a lot of potential too, but I don't think it's working currently because it's more of a governance thing. Sushi Nights, thank you for your advice. You're most welcome. Rashid Tako, hi Mr. Sean, which area would you suggest for investment purposes? Yeah. By expats. May sell it later to upgrade and keep something as a retirement option. Okay, expat favorite locations. Let me give 5 lah, okay. Number 1 is Bangsa, Desa Park City, Mont Kiara, Ampang. Surprisingly, depends on where you are from lah. Correct, and KLCC. Yep, 5. If you want more, there's still a lot more lah. But let's keep it for 5 today lah. Okay. Amos Tan, love your work, man. Cool, thank you, Amos. Can you do a program about all the developers and the current and future work that we can focus for? Wow, Movela. That one a lot of work I'm alone only leh, so I got full-time job somewhere leh. But maybe if I'm free lah. Farhan Rahim, hey Sean. Hi Farhan. Seo Lim asks, what is the top renovation contractor in KL to renovate new bungalows? Budget range 500,000 to 1 million. Built up. Requirement 5-star hotel. Okay, Seo Lim, you can look for this company. It's a sister company of the company that I work in. All right, it's called Groundwork. 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 Okay, go look at Groundwork. You just tell them the requirement. Yep, and you say it's recommended by Sean Tan. Then they will know what to do. Okay, just tell them your requirements and see whether they want to. They are okay with the job scope or not. No? But generally, I think sounds okay lah. Randy Tan asks, thank you, Sean. Do you incorporate feng shui when looking into properties? As some feng shui teaching may collide with sophisticated designs today. Yes, but I don't like go into the property, right? I feel good, then I think I will look in further. If I don't feel good, I should walk off. So that's my take on feng shui lah. Because sometimes we used to justify, right? Like, yeah, why this? And the feel good means that daylight, ventilation, and comfort, the layout, right? Got a lot of corners. So every time I almost bang a door, I almost bang a wall. How good the feng shui can be, right? So that's my gauge on evaluating feng shui. Reno Chan, 99 Residence is nearby Taman Wayu. Got KL Eco World and Lake City, etc. Not really though. I think 99 Residence, you still need to go through that stretch of Selayang to the roundabout, right? I think that is very, very jam. And with that price, right, maybe you can go for a discounted. The one is next, the Masing development next to Eco Sky. What's the word called? Yeah. Lakeview. Yes. Maybe you want to compare 99 Residence with Lakeview. Then before you actually make your final decisions, okay. Then also maybe you want to look into 99 Residence is also not very far away from the one that we just asked just now, is Kiara Bay. Yep. Lavistan. Hi, I want to buy a house, which is my first house. I work in Kelana Jaya. Where can I go for? I would suggest 4 different criteria. Step 1, find out what's your intention of the property, right, Lavis? This one is quite basic for the rest, but the rest just take it a revision. Step 1, find out what's the intention of the property. Is it for own stay? Is it for investment? Step 2, find out how much loan you are entitled for. Step 3, look for 20 different properties across this budget, right? Let's say if you can afford a 600,000 property, then you look around this range. Step 4, go and execute the deal. That's about it. Nikki lol. Okay, we'll write to you about sub sales versus new. Thank you very much, Nikki. Look CE, thank you very much for your explanation. Much appreciated. You are most welcome. Sushi nice. I am Waikit. Oh. Why change name one? Waikit, why you change to Sushi nice one? Yeah. Okay. Robert asks, do the makeover guys do own stay properties? Do they focus mainly on properties to be rent out also? After BP and all, is it better to go for an ID? I've heard they cost a bomb or contractor. Okay. Do the makeover guys do own stay properties? No, we only focus for investments. Okay, but we have a sister company and it's very new. It's like it's look just like, because we finally came up with a formula to address the needs for own stay. So it's called Easy Home, EASYHOME. So you can go to Makeover Guys Facebook page. We actually post the video of them. Generally, the outcome will look the same, just that the processes are different. After you get a house, nobody talks about the furnishing. Yes, you are right. It can be just now like what I said, Lazada Home, very cheap, very, very cheap. But if you want to go for a full ID, very, very expensive. How expensive? It's limitless. You want to put 1 million in your property just for renovation, also possible, because there's no market price for renovation. That's a danger. So I guess I answer your question, yeah, Robert. Adrian Tang, hi Yiheng, may I know your opinion on current property due to COVID? Will people keep cash on hand and stop buy property? Any chance of property market burst? Market burst only when people buy when the price keep increasing. When people don't buy, I don't think it will burst lah. Okay, that's number one. Number two, yes, it will. People who don't have cash will keep cash though, but people with abundance of cash, where do you think they keep more cash? I think they will buy property one. So it's about levels. Farhan Rahim, Sean, what's your criteria before reviewing a property? Do you only do new development properties? No, I do all. All. So it depends on my schedule as well. At that moment of time, which day I'm free, right? I can go out and film, and which unit is actually available for shooting. Because sometimes you all see the very fancy part, but behind, right, sometimes to just coordinate a visit takes a lot of time. Yeah. So the answer is I will do all. Any properties that I can do, even not land. Land got nothing much to see, but the rest I can do. Karsten, hey, what's your perspective of Langkawi? Do you see a future in this island? And would you recommend it for investment? Or are there other better islands, beach option in Malaysia? Greetings from Germany. Hey, hi Karsten. Finally, I get to see you here. I always love your comments on the comment section. I really appreciate them. Langkawi, awesome. It's a tourism focused area lah. So it's really purely focused on tourism, and the Langkawi tourism rate is very, very attractive actually. I was supposed to go there and review a property when I got invited to fly there just to review a property and fly back. That's very cool. But it didn't work because of COVID lah. So other beach places, you can have Johor, you can have Penang. I think Penang, you also have some properties which is right located next to the property, next to the beach one. Louis Kong, hi Sean, is Taman Corner a good place to buy for own stay? What is your opinion? As is for own stay, right? Then it's purely up to you. I would suggest to go and eat lunch there one time, eat dinner there second time. Then weekends you go there and hang out for a while. Then you see whether you like it or not. Because it's really for you, it's not for me. So it's the most important thing is you like it, right? Adrian Tang, one more question. I got one new condo next to UCSI, planning to rent it out to students. Should I provide bear? What is the main preference in choosing the unit to rent? Okay. Very easy. Imagine yourself as a student. No? So if yourself as a student today, you look into the units available, right? Which kind of units you will choose, right? And bare is almost impossible. At least, I would say at least you give lights, fan, water heater, aircon, kitchen cabinet lah. At least people can cook lah. Then washing machine and fridge lor. I think those are pretty reasonable to us. I think it's the bare minimum currently. Then whether you give bed frame or not, wardrobe or not, so that will actually differentiate you from the imagine you right? Let's say 500 units. How do you ensure your unit goes out first? How do you ensure that students will actually rent your unit first? It's either it looks pretty awesome, it looks very, very good, or it's very, very cheap. But how cheap can you go? Because all of you all buy the same price. Takkan you lose money, meh? Right? So I will go for the second approach. So the higher degree you go in terms of furnishing is the more attractive you attract. But not to overspend on your furnishings. Spend on the essential things. That's what I said, those 7 items. Then bed frame, wardrobe, TV, sofa set, so dining table. Because you want the student to come into your unit, then you expect them to buy all these. Then when they want to move out, they want to move away, meh? But it's also depending on your budget lah. So the amount of money that you have, right? Can you provide all this lor? So if cannot, then go Lazada or Taobao lah. CEO Lim, thank you. Affirmative groundwork renovate contractor. Yep. So go over there, go groundwork, right? Send an inquiry, says that tell them that I know you via Sean Tan's YouTube channel, then they will know what to do. Then they will come and contact me, then I will nego a better price for you lah. Okay. Peter Go. How to define a BP date? Is it the date when you officially hold the keys to your unit to the developer, or it just says a date for documentation purposes? Latest is 3 years, 36 months. Depends on your SPA. It's either 36 months did you sign the SPA. That's the final release of payments and whatsoever lah. So after you clear off all the payments, only they will make an arrangement for you to take the keys. Okay, Peter? Can a developer set a date but only 1 month later to pass the key to you? No, not really. Because the developer also want money on month. The faster they can VP to you, is the faster they get their payment. Lavistan asks, saw some hot selling units at Damansara Perdana at 1U. Any ideas on that? Yeah, I know that one is a Glomac 212. Don't know what is it called already, but it's a Glomac development. Pretty affordable. I would suggest now, Lavis, you sound pretty new. So a homework is in this 2 weeks, right? Do 15 to 20 different properties across PJ. Then you will know, then you immediately become an expert. So then you will find like whether you want to buy new one, buy subsale, buy condo, or buy landed, or buy pure residential, or buy pure residential, or buy mixed development. All those questions, right, will buy mixed development. All those questions, right, will be in the channel as well. So I think it's a very good time for you to do all the homework. Sushi, because MCO cannot go out to eat sushi, you're missing sushi. What lah, bro? Okay, I missed the question again. Oh, wait. East Malaysia. Hi. I have nothing to ask, but I just want to say hello, Sean and gang. Hi, East. Hope you're doing well. Right? Tan Yu Jiang, how do you manage your tenants? Fully by yourself? Tan Yu Jiang, how do you manage your tenants? Fully by yourself or you outsource to agents? Myself. I do everything myself. But the latest one, that the my Puchong unit, right, that undergo the makeover one, that one is actually rented out by my team. So before the makeover is actually completed, I already find a tenant already. So that's the benefit of my company lah. So I'm also part of the solution because that's my work also. Yep. So the good thing is when we start work doing the makeover, right, we are indirectly also marketing the unit for rental for the owners already. So that's why all the people still come back to us. So Norman, yep. Hey, Shantan. Any thoughts on Foresta, Bandar Street, Damansara? Very nice. It's actually very, very nice. Especially when after rain, right? It feels like, wow, like Genting like that. Kit King says, hi, Iheng and gang. Selamat berpuasa and happy stay at home. Selamat berpuasa. Randy Tan, thanks for your advice, Sean. What is your next targeted properties you intend to buy? I'm looking at a few now. I'm doing some homework. I'm doing 10 to 12 different properties. Just looking into them, properties. Just looking into them, calculating what's the return and all. Now again, everybody here, right? Again, it's a very good time to shop and do your work and research lah. So got any registration, right? You just in research lah. So got any registration, right? You just register only. The agents will be desperate to call you one. So the key is to find out as much as possible, right? But don't take action first. Do Cao homework first until MCO leave ready. Then you can see. Because now you got like 36 months free installment lah, 300 booking fee lah, extra cashback 260,000 lah, a lot of this kind of properties. 300 booking fee lah, extra cashback 260,000 lah, a lot of this kind of properties lah. So no rush. HB, any projects under your radar currently? A few, but I don't want to disclose just yet because it may sound like an endorsement and I don't want that to happen. Yeah, so a lot of may sound like an endorsement and I don't want that to happen. Yeah, so a lot of sometimes agents they will take my words, right, and they say like, oh, Sean recommended this, then you see Sean recommended this in this video. Actually it's just it's just part of my homework. Yep, and I don't want to also say bad things about a property before me going there and check out fully because it's very uncalled for. It's not so cool. Yep. John Young, I like tour videos, great work and channel. What do you think of Arte Kiara, please? I think location wise is awesome. It's next to Publica, next to KL, next to Mont Kiara. Arte as a style of building then seems rather avant-garde. It means that it's out of place kind of thing. You love it or you hate it kind of scenario. It's always like that. Because I visited a few Arte projects already. Yeah, so that's their style lah. But so I don't know whether is it for investment or is it for own stay. Hi Sean, Wei Zhijing, Wei J. You can look online what's the blacklisted companies or blacklisted developers online when you can look and search for the list online, right? So all the information is there. Lavis, thank you very much for the wonderful sharing. You are most welcome. Do let us know. Do let me know on your progress, and if you have any more questions, then we can all discuss together. That's the whole point of this channel, actually. Kaizo Farhan, thank you, Sean. Where can I email you? My email address is TANIHERNG@gmail.com, or you can just like look up Iheng, right? Look up Iheng in Facebook, Instagram, and other stuff. If you guys don't mind, also you can follow me on Instagram. My Instagram following kind of bad lah, but that's where I post a lot more on daily stuff lah. So if you want to know about what I do daily, also you can go and follow my Instagram, IHERNG. Okay. So if you want more professional, you can go LinkedIn. You don't like to see my face, but you like to listen to me, then it's on Spotify lor. Same, IHERNG. Belinda Ong, hi Sean, I would like to invest in KL. What about Ma Sing project in Sentul? Can you suggest budget around 400,000? Okay, what about Ma Sing, right? That one is M Centura in Sentul. I think it's okay. I've been there before. I've done a property review there before. I would suggest you to key in 400,000 in KL, right? In property portals like iProperty, Property Guru, and Prop Social. Key in your requirements there, and they will suggest all 400,000, and you start from there. Look into 20 different properties, then you will get your answer, Belinda. Because there's no easy way out. Yeah. So what you need to do is you need to compare the rental rates versus the selling price. And you rental rates times 12 divide by selling price, then you get the rental returns. Leslie. Okay, so I will do another 5 more questions because I'm pretty loud and my family is gonna go to bed already. Okay, so 5 more questions. Any last questions you all key in, then I will try to shortlist them. Okay. So since Leslie, hi Sean, I am Sabahan based in UK. Wow. Trying to buy a property in KK. Was watching your episode on investment on COVID. Do you say banks will be more desperate for customers between September to developer? Between September to February. I didn't say banks will be more desperate. I would say developers will be more desperate. Yeah. So I think developers will be more desperate because they want to push products also. And do makeover guys have a branch in KK? Yes. So if you want to, I think we will also work very close with developers there. If you want any further discounts, again, hashtag Sean Tan Makeover. Every time you speak to a property consultant or a strategy consultant from our company, right? So what I would suggest is to go our Facebook page, right? Right, yeah. Okay. Go to our Facebook page, send an inquiry, right? Then you just type there Sean Tan Makeover. It tells them that you are actually from this channel and they will give you extra attention. So what you can do is I don't know whether you got a property already or not, or you have any eye on some properties. So I would actually suggest if you don't have a property, go look for a property first. If you have a property that you want to make over already, then you go and look for the makeover guys. Okay. Question number 2. Answer from my friend here, Karsten. Term subsale, is it any property which had at least one owner since initial launch from the developer? I asked as the minimum for foreign was temporarily lowered. Yep. Okay, so subsale, it's describing properties that is in the market already. It's more than one owners before. So it has been transacted, it's completed. Yeah, so I guess you are right. So from 1 million to 600,000 because they want to loosen up. But I don't think it's. Are you sure it's for subsale? I think it's for new properties only though. Maybe you can check again. Maybe I can check for you as well. Right. So it was supposed to be to help our developers, property developers, to clear off their unsold stocks. That's why they want to lower down. So it wouldn't make sense for subsale. Okay. Third question. Baby way. Baby way. Hi Sean, I have a property loan under my name together with my dad. Now I want to buy a new property by having a big trouble applying loan. What can I do? Currently the unit cannot rent out yet. Okay, I will go to I will find out why you cannot get more loans. Is I think because the income is not high enough, right? So what I will do is I will go to the same bank that approves this property loan that has your name with the father one. Okay, so there's this thing called I don't know what is it called already, because let's say you can put more weightage to your father's side to clear off, right, before you get to the next loan one. So it's only available if you go to the same bank. That's what I understand from my friend. My friend did exactly this. So maybe you can go find out, okay? Go to the same bank that offers that property loan. the loan is entirely serviced by my dad since day one. Yeah, lor. So I think because it's under your name and the property installment, the installment price is super big, right? That's why it looks kind of heavy on your income. So yeah, lor, that's the stress. Lor. Okay, question number what idea? 3, I think. JT asks, Sean, what is the best way to get leads for an agent besides Facebook ads? Do content. No? I think JT is an agent. I would suggest you to do a lot of content and put it on social media. So it can be Spotify, LinkedIn, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, whatsoever. Right? But it needs to be valuable. It needs to provide value for your audience. Only it makes sense. Okay, JT? Okay. Yeah, ex-baby wave. Yeah, because the loan is quite big, 800,000 means 4,000 per month. Let's say if your salary is lower than 4,000, right? Of course, your next property loan you cannot buy already. Unless you buy a next property, you also put your father's name in. So again, you buy a new property, right? You're gonna put your name in and your father's name in as well. Only you can buy because whatever, let's say 4,000 you divide by 2,000. So 2,000, your salary need to be 6,000 and above. So let's say 6,000 is near, okay. Okay, last question. Theo Jerry, what is your opinion for landed properties between strata and nice landscape and individual title in terms of value appreciation? Strata title is higher maintenance, but its value for potential is higher. Wow. Okay, so it's between landed properties, strata or individual, right? In terms of value appreciation. 10 years time, I think, okay, so now I think it's also different. I used to think it's strata, gated and guarded, because security is number one, environment is number two for any living human being would want that. Then Sam Darby has created something that looks like a gated and guarded but individual title. So I think the question here should be like those gated and guarded strata or gated and guarded individual title, those kind of things. So I think it's based on township again. Because if you look into Serena City, if you look into Elmina, if you look into a few Sam Darby developments, that lately one, Bukit Raja one as well, they built the township already, then they add on the guard house after their CCC. So it's so it acts like a gated and guarded without the maintenance fees. Yeah, so that's pretty cool. So I have not seen anything yet, but I personally, if I have a family, I will go for a stratified development because those maintenance fees is actually for a better environment, better cleanliness, and better security, and that's what I need for a place that I call home. Okay. So I guess that's all. Okay, maybe one last one. Joe T, right? I think I am in 50 in Malaysian, living in US, intended to retire in Malaysia in 5 years. I have saved up $1 million US. Wow. Any suggestion for renting or buying? I prefer renting and traveling around. If renting, then anywhere you want. But if you since you are in US so long already, right, I would suggest it's either KLCC, Mont Kiara, Bangsa, and Desa Park City. Yeah, these 4 places that I think is a bit more Angmo friendly, a bit more expat friendly lah. Okay, so I guess that's all, guys. Thank you very much for your time today. I hope I provided some value, right? So yeah, so for those who want to ask me more questions as well, do just email me at tanihering@gmail.com, or you can just follow me on Instagram, right? IHERNG on Instagram. You can just put your questions there lah. So I think rest well, guys. I hope the MCO can be lifted. Okay, thank you very much, guys. See you guys.